Hey class, I want to take some time to talk to you about the scope of practice assignment. And this is coming off the heels of your evidence-based practice assignment. So you may not necessarily be a nutritionist, and that's what we're going to talk about. But primarily you want to be a user, you want to be familiar with what the research says about nutritional products, and should you be able to, use these or recommend these to other people. So first off, what does the state law of Alabama say you can do? What is your scope of practice if you're in kinesiology, if you're a trainer or a conditioning coach, or maybe a therapist, or maybe you're a medical doctor? There's some differences in there. So I want you to go to boed.alabama.gov. I got the link right there, and go and look at it's the Alabama Board of Examiners for Dietetics and Nutritionists. So there's several sections in there. So this is the Code of Alabama. This is state law. This is not like what the dietitians have made up. Now they have, but the thing is, this is state law. This applies to everybody that lives that's in the state. So that's kind of the point of this assignment. What is our scope of practice as kinesiologists? What we can't do in the area of nutrition? But pay particular attention to sections 3, 4, section 5, 7, 10, and section 15. And so what is a nutritionist? What is a dietitian? Can you call yourself a nutritionist? I see a lot of people out there that say, hey, I'm a nutritionist or I'm a sports nutritionist, and they're not. If they're not licensed through the state, they're false practicing. You can actually be fined and even spend time in jail for doing this. So make sure you understand the definitions, what dietetic practice is, who can practice dietitian, what are some of the exceptions. So if you're a medical doctor, maybe there's an exception, maybe not. You need to look at that. And then violations. So primarily you cannot assess and prescribe nutrition in the state of Alabama. And I can give you links and websites of people that do that right here in the state of Alabama, in Huntsville, and they're doing it illegally. And so sometimes we can turn those people in because the problem is we don't want them hurting people. And another thing is it's a moral issue because they're selling them like herbs or things that are basically just taking their money. It's snake oil. So for the gist of this assignment, you're going to look at those rules and look at those laws of the state, but then you're going to go to a site. You're going to visit a local sport nutrition retailer. Doesn't matter if you're in Huntsville or Madison area. These stores are all over the place. Okay, I don't know if you would go to them frequently or not. I don't personally, but there's GNC, there's Absolute Nutrition, and there's Complete Nutrition. So in the Huntsville, Madison area, there's probably 10 or 12 of these stores around there that you can find. So pick one of those stores, find a location near you. If you're not in the area, again, they're everywhere. Find something like that or something similar. So browse, look around the store, go actually to the store. Don't go to their website. Go into a store, look around. Find something that jumps out to you, a supplement that you might consider taking. I'm not sure if you like tennis or football or if you're an endurance athlete or you're a weightlifter. So whatever you are, find a supplement that may be something you consider taking or would take, and then go speak to a store employee or flag one over, go take it to the front and say, hey, tell me about this supplement. Let them teach you and kind of ask them some questions. I put some on there. How does it work? Is it effective? Is it worth my money? What do other people say about it? And just or other questions you can think of. So that's kind of your site visit there. This part of this assignment. So again, make sure you give yourself plenty of time to go to the site, ask these questions, and then come back and do the second part of the assignment, which is you're going to write about this experience. So I don't want you to write a whole lot, but it's about a page, so about 300 to 500 words. It's probably going to be more like 500, a little bit more. So who did you visit? What retailer did you visit? And based on your encounter with the employee, do you consider that employee or that business in violation of Alabama state law? And why or why not? Tell me about the law and how they may have broke the law. So then go find an article or two, a real research article like we did, like you're doing for the annotated bibliography. Find a real research article based on the supplement that caught your attention. And does it work? Is it effective? Is more research needed, which means it probably doesn't work? What's the evidence say about the supplement? So just don't do a full annotation, but just do kind of a short summary of what this article says. Make sure you cite the article in APA format at the bottom of your paper there. So you can find articles at UH Library, PubMed, Medline Plus. You can do review articles for this that would be found in Cochrane or other sources. Again, I give you lots of links there. Also, how did the employee's explanation of that product line up with the truth? Did what they say, was it hogwash or was it real based on the evidence? And then lastly, what would you have said about the product if you were an employee? Like if you weren't limited by what you could say, what would you say about the particular product? So again, that's the gist of it. So post everything by June 23rd. You got a couple of days for your week 4 groups to go and do your replies. You're going to post, that text into the discussion board here, and then you got a couple of days to reply to your classmates. So hope you enjoy this assignment. Again, this is going to be very practical because this is kind of what you're going to do throughout your life and throughout your career in kinesiology. You're going to, hey, here's something new that's out. Everybody's jumping on the bandwagon. Trust me, I got friends and family that do the craziest things with nutrition. They're into the pink Himalayan salt, which finds out is not that great for you. They're into apple cider vinegar and homemade goat milk that's actually gone rotten because it makes their gut better. All kinds of crazy stuff, and so you need to be able to go find information in a real place and know what to tell people you're working with. Now, friends and family, you may not be able to help. I can't. But people you're working with, working for, you want to be able to help them and tell them the truth. It's your moral responsibility to share the evidence and the truth. So what someone says, someone's opinion, hey, this worked great for me, that doesn't matter. Only the truth and the evidence matters when you're a professional. So it's your moral obligation to make sure you're telling the truth. Okay, so that's just important. All right, have fun with the assignment. If you need me, you know where to find me. Email, call, we can do video chat anytime, and have fun with this.